and freedom fighter Emma Thandi Mashinini, who passed away yesterday at the age of 87. Mashinini founded the Commercial and Catering Workers Union in 1975 and was also one of the co-founders of COSATU in 1985.
Born in Rosettenville, Johannesburg in 1929, Emma Mashinini was to live a life of suffering and struggle, going on to lead struggles for workers' rights at the height of racial oppression in the 60s, 70s and the 1980s.
She's amongst those first trade unionists that defied the odds and started the African unions. At the time, they were not necessarily recognized. You remember the only time that Africans, beyond the banning or the disappearing of SABC and the previous other unions, were no longer allowed until the strikes of 1972, and Mama Emma started CAUSA then, which is the predecessor of SACAU, in 1975, around August of that year.
She was a pioneer in the struggle for labor rights, which many take for granted nowadays.
Most of white managers were very arrogant. When workers become pregnant whilst working, some would have to hide their pregnancies, resulting in a number of deformities. And he pushed that, and you remember some of the utterances made during the time would be saying, "No, I have not impregnated her," meaning those white people. But those are the things that she managed to crack and went through.
She was instrumental in the formation of COSATU in 1985 against serious odds.
There were two streams at the formation of COSATU, what was called community-based trade unions, those that were aligned to the UDF, and those that were called workers coming from COSATU and other formations. And there were a lot of tensions during that time. At times would come and play some mediatory role.
Along with her trade union activism, Emma Mashinini was also an active ANC comrade. She was present at the Congress of the People gathering in Kliptown, where the Freedom Charter was adopted in 1955. Her contribution to the struggle was recognized with the national honor, the Order of the Baobab and the Order of Luthuli in the early 2000s. President Zuma has joined in paying tribute to Mashinini, saying she will be remembered as a committed unionist who played an indelible role in the emancipation of women in the country. Emma Mashinini was an honorary life president of SACAU, the union she founded in 1975. And COSATU says it will always remember her as a disciplined and dedicated worker leader who led the workers' struggles with integrity and devotion. Mbongeni Muchwa, SABC News, Johannesburg.